Introduce yourself.
I'm Dave Lombardo from Slayer, the drummer.
Slayer! 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 How do you like Slayer? Yes, I like it! You like
Slayer? You've obviously been living on the road doing this magical ritual for how long? Like approximately?
27, 28 years.
Yes, so that is impressive.
I was 18 years old on my first tour, so.
Prior to that, how did music find you in that way that it sort of grabbed your gut and said, you must do this?
I think it was, wow, I mean, it goes way back. I mean, I was in the 3rd grade, you know, and I played bongos in front of my class for show and tell, you know, and a Santana record. So, I mean, that was my first performance. So what, I was 8, 7 years old, something like that.
So drums and performance sort of went hand in hand in terms of like the feeling of finding your place?
Yeah, I knew this is what I was meant to do for the rest of my life. It was it was odd.
That sacred part of music, I'm very curious to hear you, like, do you identify it, do you see it, or is it?
You're kind of like addicted to the adrenaline.
Right.
I think that's part of it. And you yearn for it, you know. It's like, oh, I love doing this. You know, I love the lights, I love the fans, and you know, you have that kind of magnetism towards it. I don't know if it's adrenaline or what it is that endorphins that are constantly released in my body while I'm on stage, but there is a bit of you kind of go into a trance, you know, especially when I'm playing. I'm lost. Sometimes I'll wake up from a song, I'm like, whoa, what happened? What did I just do? And, you know, the guys will tell me, you know, Dave, did you hear that roll that you did? Do you remember that drum roll? And it's like, no, I don't. He goes, dude, where'd that come from? I go, I don't know. It's just somewhere.
So why do you guys like Slayer?
Oh, it was the band when we were teenagers. So I started to drum with Lombardo, the god of drums. So I'm playing Slayer always.
Aftermath reporting from Heavy MTL. I have the pleasure to have the two dudes who put this thing together, and despite their flip-flops, they are the creators and the makers of Heavy MTL. Well, now they're going to introduce themselves.
I'm Nick Farkas.
So what is it like as individual humans that love music, that have been fighting for music for a long time, to have the responsibility to make very big events for music lovers?
I think it's an honor to do it. Love it.
I agree. It's definitely something that, you know, for an event like this, we thought about it for a long time. We're like, there's one thing missing in North America right now, and that's a major metal festival.
One thing that I have noticed in my many years of music, based on this devotion of the fanatical metal fans, is that everyone in metal, be it labels like Roadrunner or booking agents or the future festivals, there is that commitment of long-term growing. I mean, you look at something like Slayer, I figured out, like, they've been playing for, what, 27 years? I mean, so would you agree that, I mean, you basically, I mean, this is a long, slow burn, but it's probably one of those long-term things, correct?
Yeah, for sure. We're investing in, you know, some of the baby bands are here today. Hopefully they'll be here in 10 years.
Exactly.
I was talking to some kid out in the field before, just like standing next to me, and he's like, it's crazy how old a lot of these guys are. And I was like, well, you know, it takes time. You can't just, it's not the sort of music where you just put out a hit single and everybody knows about you and you're huge for like 5 minutes. This is like a slow, like you said, a slow build. Slayer, Megadeth, these bands have been around for, Alice Cooper, for God's sakes, has been around forever. And
Here we are today, 30 years later.
warriors who go out there and hit the road and just play and win over fans, and it's all about the live experience. And the more, you know, you see a band like Hatebreed just played, I was like on stage, I felt like I was 21 again. I'm just like watching this going, this is why we do this, like just to see the crowd reaction, and it's just amazing.
When you imagine a metal festival, which you guys have completely created perfectly, this is exactly what was missing in my life and exactly what was missing. But when you think like the essence of metal and what makes a metal festival, like describe what it is.
I think it's the loyalty of the fans. I think they're just so dedicated, and I don't know, I think they're the greatest fans in the world, actually.